Discrimination and racism has been deeply ingrained into Hong Kong's culture since the very start of their history. First came the Gui Lao when Britain colonized Hong Kong, then came Bun Bun and Ata when immigration from Southeast Asia to Hong Kong became popular, and finally came Chink when Hong Kong residents started to feel discontent towards the mainlanders.
It is crucial that we correct these derogatory ways of thinking and halt our discriminating acts, which is why this project aims to raise awareness on the issue. However, before we start, we first have to clear up a few key terms that will be relevant in this documentary.
According to the United Nations, discrimination is any distinction, exclusion, restriction, or preference based on race, color, descent, or national or ethnic origin, which has the purpose of effect or nullifying or impairing the recognition, employment, or exercise on an equal footing of human rights and fundamental freedoms in the political, economic, social, cultural, or any other field of public life.
And according to South China Morning Post, racism is when our reactions to a certain individual is influenced by the preconceptions and misconceptions of their ethnic background.
The cause of discrimination is divided into two main parts, direct and indirect. Direct discrimination is the more simple one and the one that usually happens in social media or school. It is the unfair assumption based on stereotypes of what one individual can or cannot do.
An example of this can take place at a workplace, where a potential employee is rejected based on the employer's general opinion towards people of the employee's race, giving poorly justified reasons like, "I've employed people from your country before. You people have poor work ethics."
Indirect discrimination, on the other hand, is when an unreasonable requirement, condition, or practice is imposed on a lot of people, which makes it disadvantageous for some.
An example for this can take place at schools, where children may be forced to wear caps, but some children of different religions, such as Sikh, may be required to wear turbans. The current state of this issue is quite severe. Non-Chinese who occupy Hong Kong make up 4% of Hong Kong's population, and among these people, 32% have been rejected from work because of their ethnic background or bad excuses. 27% have been rejected after the employer found out they have different ethnic backgrounds, and 18% have been rejected because of the language they speak, although the job does not require employees to speak Chinese.
Even when they find an occupation, there is still discrimination based on wages. The monthly earning of an ethnic minority is around $3,300, which is $6,700 less than the average wage of Hong Kong residents. This means that ethnic minorities are pretty much guaranteed to have a lifestyle significantly worse than locals.
They not only face discrimination when finding work or in the workplace, they also face discrimination when seeking places to stay. 30% of ethnic minorities have difficulties renting because landlords give bad excuses, like they are too poor to pay the rent.
This shows the severity of this issue and how important it is that we tackle this issue before it continues to negatively influence minorities.
When looking at the perspectives of the issue in our school, in an aggregation of 40 responses in our survey, only 17.5% believes that the issue is very serious, while 65% believes it is somewhat serious, and 17.5% believes that the issue is not serious at all, which is ironic compared to the statistic that a hefty 82.5% have done little to none to combat discrimination.
To find out more about the issue of discrimination of ethnic minorities in Hong Kong, we decided to interview the Hong Kong branch of UN's International Social Service and the Refugee Union, a group of individuals that aim to safeguard refugee rights and improve the protection, well-being, and future prospect of all refugees.
People, the old people, migrants, but children, the youth don't take it Cantonese seriously. Not just I don't need to learn English will give me in the future to English is just if you're living in Hong Kong you have to learn Cantonese so that Cantonese will give you shelter and food on your table. And now the problem is our EM youth, most of them are dropping out Form 5, Form 6. They will say is, what to do even if I graduate, I have to do the same thing. I have to go to the restaurant job or construction job. What will I do being a graduate? So even the parents, some of the parents go, you're Form 5, enough of study, now get into a job. So they earn more money, so they drop out because there's no mentor to look up. There's no model to look up. That's one thing. Very few, there are, but very few.
this office of union came in, we had to struggle, you can see, we protested, we camped, we wrote the different petitions, we presented them to legal offices. Then after 2 years, the government changed a bit and started giving us food octopus. Food octopuses, these they load them one for each one, 1,000, 1,200 Hong Kong dollars. Then we are permitted to purchase food and juice from packing shop. Packing shop, we are only allowed to buy only food and juice, no other items from packing shop. No. So for that case, we still demanding. We stay demanding. You can need to purchase something in packing shop for your basic need or for basic use. You can't purchase it using that octopus. Even if you have money on that octopus, food octopus, you can't use it to purchase another thing.
In America, roughly 60% of the people researched on say America needs to continue making changes for blacks to have equal rights with whites. However, 30% say America has already made the changes to equalize rights. These findings are based on a national survey by Pew Research Center in 2016. The survey, and the analysis of the survey findings, is centered primarily around the divide between blacks and whites and on the treatment of black people in the US today. In recent years, this centuries-old divide has garnered renewed attention following the deaths of unarmed black Americans during encounters with the police, as well as a racially motivated shooting that killed 9 black parishioners at a church in Charleston, South Carolina in 2015.
The government must have involvement in this issue. However, as individuals, there are many things we can do for ourselves as well. It first starts with yourself. Treat all of them with respect, irrespective of their race or their religion.
You can support ethnic minority groups by volunteering for non-profit organizations that protect their rights, such as volunteering to help ethnic minority children with their schoolwork or teaching them English or Cantonese. This is the end of our video, and hopefully after watching this, you'll have a better insight of why discrimination of ethnic minorities occur, the current state of the issue, and the opinions on the issue. Thank you for watching.